sure if anyone could hear me on the last one because I was connected to the car's Bluetooth. So anyways, I was talking about how I was just chatting with my friend who is a fellow homeschool mama. And we were talking about, how we love homeschool for the flexibility it offers, and that it puts us in a place of authority with our children. And we know more of what they're learning and what they need, and we can really facilitate a customized schedule for them and really work with what their strengths are and allow them to thrive. We really love that, part of homeschool. And what we are wanting is more options of programs that we could have our kids attend where they would get to be with the same kids consistently, so they could build build some more friendships and have some more structure. Some kids really love structure, and that's not always available in the same way as going to school when you're doing homeschool. So it depends, of course, on your kids, your home life, what you're doing. But I know for us, we're always pivoting, we're always reconfiguring like what we're doing depending on what's going on in our lives. And some kids, it's really helpful for them to know, like, okay, I'm going here on these days, I'm going to see the same kids and have like a teacher, and that is what some kids really need. So anyways, we were talking about that and how she's struggling with the decision to like maybe send her daughter back to school or continue homeschooling. And I feel like as a homeschool mama, like that's something like you literally think about like often. You're always like wondering, like, am I doing the best thing? Because the whole reason you're doing homeschool is because you want the best for your kids, you want them to thrive, and so you're just always like reevaluating that. But anyways, it would be nice, we were saying, if schools were more flexible, like, schools are 5 days a week from sometimes like 8:30 to 3, let's say, and that could be a lot for some kids, and other kids maybe that's great, or maybe some kids need to be there to like really learn what they're learning, and maybe some kids don't need to be there for that whole time to learn what they're learning. So it would be nice, especially in this day and age where there are there's so much technology. Like, for example, my 14-year-old does go to school, but she has often like these virtual asynchronous days where she'll just pull out her computer, do a couple things, and be done for the day. And that gives her the opportunity to catch up on sleep if she needs to, or maybe she wants to, do some of her interests that she has. She has pets that she takes care of. She actually loves plants and taking care of plants. She loves scrapbooking. So it gives her a chance to really, balance out like the educational aspect with like nurturing like what she loves to do. So, we were talking about like, why can't schools have that as an option? Like, if you are a parent that can, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be bused, but if you can bring your kids from like 10 to 2 or like 3 days a week or something, that would be really nice, because then, they could still have that as part of their lives, that structure, those friendships, if they see the same kids all the time, and they, it's like a community feeling. So we were saying, hopefully in the future, that will be more of an option, to have the virtual option, like go in person, but you can do 3 days a week or 2 days a week or whatever. I'm sure that would cause complications with teachers. If you're a teacher and you're like, I know why that wouldn't work, just comment, because it's good to know, because I'm not a teacher. I don't know why that wouldn't work. But anyways, we are lucky that we found for my kids a hybrid homeschool school. So it still has like the homeschool feel. So it's very in line with like the parents really have the authority of, taking full responsibility for their kids. So we're not passing our kids off and being like, you have to do everything, we're not that's not our job anymore. It's like, it's more like a partnership. Like, okay, yeah, you're going to teach them, but we have to follow up, make sure they're, you know, doing what they need to do. And we're actually like doing some of the things on the days that they're not in the hybrid school. So it's definitely a partnership feel. It's not, one of the things I really like about it is you don't have to come up with a doctor's excuse if your kid's missing days. It's considered homeschool, so there's no law about how many days you have to go. And so there's less stress about like, oh my gosh, we have to get there or else, you know, we're in trouble. So that's really nice. And I feel like there's a lot of communication. It's obviously like much less children than your typical school. So there's a lot of individual attention. There's a lot of communication between the teachers and myself, and it just has a really good feel to it. But, you know, as these things are becoming more common to have like a hybrid school, it's still not that common yet. So there's not one that's accessible to everyone. So my friend is very far away from this hybrid school, and she doesn't know of any in her area. So for her, like, it wouldn't really make sense to do it. So I know that we're all in this in-between space, honestly, in society, where like we're realizing like a lot of these things aren't working for us. Like the school system's not working for everybody. And but we don't have like this new thing to really jump into yet. Yeah, I guess there's homeschool, but there's just so many different ways to homeschool, and there's so many different, I mean, each kid like is different. So while and every mom is different. So I know for me, like, I need support. I'm not a teacher. I need help in that area. There's unschooling where you don't need to do formal lessons and teach, and we did that for a while, and the kids did great with it. But I could tell that they were ready for something different, and they wanted more formal instruction, and they wanted more of a structured environment, of an organized, you know, environment. So I think it's cool that we got to explore the unschooling way, where it was very free flowing and they just learned through living life. And now we're exploring, you know, this way. And so yeah, it's kind of cool to know that you know, there are options for everyone, and there's no judgment on either side, like whatever you're choosing to do. So as a mama, it's a lot to take that responsibility, but it is worth it. It's definitely very rewarding to know that to absolutely have that deep knowing that you're doing the right thing for your family and your kids is like huge. It's absolutely huge. And I didn't get there straight away from doing homeschool. I didn't, you know, it was a journey of like pivoting and reconfiguring like what we're doing, and taking in, when you have multiple kids, you're like, okay, well, this kid needs this and that kid needs the other thing, and making everything work. We all got a lot more tolerant. We all got a lot more flexible, and I can definitely see the benefits of my kids, you know, doing that. And they built some really strong relationships with each other, and it was wonderful. And so yeah, if you're a mom, I give you a lot of credit, whatever you're doing, because yeah, it's all good. I know that you're on the right path with your kids, and that you're in the right place and doing the right thing. And if you feel like you're needing a change, like, you can do that. So feel empowered to make a change, and let your kids lead the way. They're smarter and more in tune than we give them credit for. And you'll start to notice like are they complaining like a surface level, like, oh, you know, because kids are going to complain, like they don't want to get up in the morning, or they don't want to do this, or they don't want to go there. But is it like a surface level complaint, or is it like a deep, like, I really don't want to do this isn't right for me? And you'll start to be able to tell the difference. So all right, that's all. Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye.